Are you looking to multi-threading your programs in Java? In this tutorial, we're going to talk about all you need to know to start creating threads. So let's get it started. When a Java program starts, one thread known as the main thread is created, which executed code written inside the main method. But before we get into threads, it's good to understand what is a thread. Basically, a thread in Java is a lightweight process. A program in execution is often referred as process. In other words, we can say when we are executing a program, it means a process is in running. So, for instance, if we create a simple program to print, "Hello World," it means at least one thread will exist in the program. But a process can also have multiple threads that can run concurrently with the other parts, other threads, of the same process. Now that we understand the concept of thread and process, let's see what multithreading is about. Multithreading refers to the execution of two or more threads simultaneously. There are two main ways of creating a new thread. The first way is to have a class extend the thread class. Let's create a new Java class. We'll call it a myThread. You can call it whatever you want. And it needs to extend thread. Other than that, you have to override the run method. You just have to type in public void, run open, close parenthesis and then open and close curly braces. Inside run method, let's just print the numbers from 1 to 4 with a simple for loop. Now that we have a class that extends thread, let's use it. Let's go back to our main class and create an object of myThread. We have implemented the run method. However, to multithreading our program, we have to call the start method. It'll run the code that we wrote in that run method, and it will do it in a new thread. Let's go ahead and run it and check out the results. It was a little bit fast, so let me go back. And add a thread sleep. That way, we can watch it print out each number at a time. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and then the program finishes. I'll also create a second thread. This will make easier to see how multithreading works. Just copy paste and then change 1 to 2. Now, if we run our program, we can see that we have two different threads counting up 1, 2, 3 at the same time. Let's go back one more time to our run method and assign a name to the thread. We can use the constructor to do that, and print out the name. I'm back here in our main class where we can name the threads, thread 1, and thread 2. Let's run the program and check this out. We can now see which thread is printing which number and we get some kind of interesting results. So you might assume that because thread 1 is created first that it would get printed out first, but as you can see it doesn't work that way. It tells you they're all running at the same time completely independently. So, at the beginning I mentioned that there were two ways of creating a new thread. The other way, instead of extending the thread class, you can implement the Runnable Interface. The only thing you have to do is have your own implementation of the run method, which for our example will be the same. So there's really nothing else to do or to change about this class. Back here in our main method we need to a few tweaks. You have to create a class thread, I'll call it T1 and then pass the object that implements the Runnable Interface to it. All the rest will work exactly the same. Alright, I really hope this video was helpful for you guys. I'll include a link in the description bar down below about threads so you can check it out later. And in the next tutorial I'm going to cover some useful methods on thread that you should definitely know how to use. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next tutorial.